I find the idea of a play fort quite quaint. I never had any such thing as a child, nor much of a childhood, for that matter. I suppose I've resolved to have one now. What a charming little fort. Well cared for, loved. Annie's home away from home. We should look around. Seems our pirate raided the pantry before she left. She planned to be gone a while. Footprints coming here and heading somewhere else. A list of departures. Annie's had a mind to travel. wonder what adventures this tiny sword has seen. I can picture our young heroine, wielding her imagination like a saber and cutting her way through all manner of adventure. I crave adventure and freedom. Play is my only escape. I come here to plan. I fantasize about leaving. Doubt holds me back. I need someone to believe in me. So often I'm alone, but today I have a visitor. Someone I trust. I go with them. I've never been more excited. I believe I have thrust to the heart of the matter. Hear me out. Getting into character, you could say. Preparing for a part is all about understanding my role. How they think. She's young, or at least young at heart. She's unhappy with her life, but she feels trapped. One place to sleep, yet 2 mugs on the crate, both unfinished. And of course, 2 sets of footprints heading south, into the marsh. I don't know who Annie's met out here, but the clues suggest that she wasn't in danger. Yet. That might very well be the case, though I have to wonder why she'd leave her pack behind if she had no intention to return. I don't like meddling in someone's family affairs, but let's confirm she's all right before we jump to any conclusion. Someone she trusted enough to share a drink with. There's little doubt in my mind that she left with them voluntarily. The question is, was this person really who they appeared?
There are many wonderful rewards that a crate could contain. In the gem store, you can see this magnificent selection and even buy rewards with the gems you collect. This one recommends that you purchase a crate from the store. Goodbye, my friend.
The tracks lead to this ruin. Did Annie's come here seeking adventure? We should look around. Despite the smell, I don't think that's a funerary urn. The ashes are too fresh. There are bits of paper in this brazier, but most of these books are too soggy for tinder. This book is well worn, but hardly old. Given the subject matter, I'd wager it belonged to Annie's. Well, I believe Anise came here and performed some sort of ritual, and not the sort conjured from an overactive imagination. Whoever she followed here convinced her to... I'm certain that well-worn adventure book was a dear possession to Anise. She wouldn't have torn pages from it for a lark. She burned them in that brazier with her own... Not yet, but I was a mage of great talent in a past life. If there's any clue relating to what is occurring in... If Anise does return to Farmer's Nook, be careful confronting her. The last thing we want is for her to do something drastic and come... Afraid my witty repartee won't be enough to keep me out of trouble? I'm hurt. Trust me when I say I know how to make a dramatic exit.
Anise, everything all right?
Your mother's looked all over for you. Where have you been?
Ugh, I ran away again, all right? Just be glad I came back at all. What's the big deal? This is the 7th time I tried running away in 3 years. Do I know? No, I don't know you. Why do you care? And none of those people disappeared. They went after their dreams. I'm not the only one who has those, you know? Nobody wants to be stuck in Farmer's Nook for their whole life. They just didn't want anyone to miss them. It's why I'm here now. I didn't want the last time my mom saw me to be after another fight. What? No, it's not like they're buried in a crypt or anything. I'm just trying to say I'm not the only one who felt trapped here. I don't know why I'm telling you.
I hate to interrupt, but... may we have a word in private? So, that's Anis Favrod. What do you make of her? How apropos, considering that little library we found is a shrine to Hermaeus Mora. Though I'm still not sure how the Demon of Knowledge fits into this puzzle of ours. Why would Anis consort with it? It certainly looks that way. I didn't find anything relating to the ritual that was performed at that shrine, but some of those moldy tomes shed a little light on. The shrine we found was simply one of many ruins. I discovered record of another ruin near to Farmer's Nook. If we're dealing with... the ruin I spoke of is north of town, not too far. I'll have a word with the innkeeper and Hesef about keeping Anis occupied while we work, but if you... we have reason to suspect that Anis is somehow involved in this mystery. Better to assume she is playing the role of the villain.
She's back. She's safe. Oh, it feels like I've pulled my heart from a vice. Oh, sorry I troubled you with another of... No, nothing. She looks right as rain, and I'd recognize that attitude anywhere. I know what you're driving at. You're saying I should be worried? Well, out with it. Ritual? What nonsense has gotten into the girl's head now? Anis doesn't know the first thing about magic. She's just got an overactive imagination.
If we follow the coast... Ha!
Think you can sail with me, wee one? I've felled giants like trees. I've slapped a dragon around until it got down and licked my hand. I've kicked Molag Bal in the arse once, and he begged me to do it again! Ha ha! And there you have it. What worth is booty if it isn't earned? What is a battle if you don't cut a bloody swath through your enemies? We sail for honor, for glory! Now brace yourself, wee one. You face the Argonian next!
Will the sea swallow you like so many others? The high seas run deeper than any river, filled with the blood of enemies. A challenge awaits you, sailor. Are you prepared to give our journey your all? Or will you wilt like a mushroom in summer? I erect the spine of respect. I have fought countless monsters alongside the were-shark, yet none has ever bested me in battle, much to my regret.
Think you have what it takes to join the were-shark's crew? So, you've impressed the big bear and the hard turtle. So what? I walk in the shadow and sleep in the trees. I drink snake venom and piss-honeyed mead. I'm the baddest, sharpest, meanest pirate on the high seas, but I don't sail alone. Why? That's right, we're family! Every one of us, from the captain himself to the lowliest swabber of decks, is one big, happy, fierce, terrifying family. No mere crew can hold a cannon.
Your performance could have used more verve, but it seems the Guardians aren't judging on enthusiasm. Let's head inside. Oriel above. It's Anis and all the others. They appear to be alive. Let's try waking them.
Dare ye cross sabers with Red Anise? Huh.
Gold. So much gold.
Oh, darling. That's lovely.
Yes. Bring back more sweet roses.
It's a dream. They're all dreaming. This is no normal sleep, but it's oddly benign for a curse. None of these people appear to be in distress. In fact, they seem to be dozing quite serenely. Not from the spell they're under, no. Though why they were made to sleep and what our mystery stranger intends for them is still... I believe so, but I'm not entirely certain we should. Right now, the spell isn't doing any harm, but tampering with it could change that. I'd like to get a better idea how Anis and the others came under this spell before I start striking. Now that you've rehearsed your role, let's cast you as a pirate in her fantasy. See if you can read. When you're ready, place a hand on Anis's forehead and start counting sails.
Look alive! The dead have come for us! Sailor! What are you doing wandering around? Get across that gangplank and take the fight to these damn Draugr! If you're worried about Captain Wereshark, don't be. Below decks, of course, searching for a way to break this cursed calm. It's Prince Valger's work, have no doubt of that. Yet even his foul magics won't tame the crew. You mean Red Anis, the Crimson Shrike? Then you need to head to the thick of it, sailor. As soon as Prince Valger's crew boarded us, she made straight for his throat. Last I saw, she was hounding the cadaver back onto his own ship.
stalls on this ship are as bare as the arse of Reinhardt No-Pants. Poor Reinhardt. He'd have loved to see Red Anise. Red Anise flew after Prince Varga like... well, like the shrike that she is. He ran somewhere aft once.
Sithis does not require I maintain my knives, but it does make it easier to do their work. You'll have to find your own kills, sailor. These have already been... The Crimson Shrike tore through here chasing Prince Vogger. He moves fast for one of those wither bones. Too fast for my liking. She dropped... the Merciless. Yes. We may have upset him when we made off with his entire cache of ancient jewels and 3 chestfuls of gold. Yet he will rue the day he challenged the crew of the bait.
If you came to help, you have my thanks. But it's not needed. Looks like Prince Vogger is going down with his ship. Not that the ship is going down, I mean. It's just... you know what I mean. What did you... No. I'm Red Anise, the Crimson Shrike, and I'll skewer any swab who says otherwise. Stow it, sailor. With Prince Vogger dead, we need to find his treasure. Check his cabin, while I search the rest of the hold. Well, what are you... That's it then? Well, let's have a look. Prince Vogger's treasure was a book. Didn't know old Dead Eyes could read. Well, let's get it back to Captain Ware. Red Anise to you, Swabby. This book, this is about Captain Wereshark and Flicka and the others. I don't understand. This is all a story. But where am I? Why aren't I in the book? I remember it now. I remember it all. Damn it, Cress. You said I could finally... Cress said that they would make it so I could finally live out my dreams. I could have this life, and they would take my place. I'd finally be free of Farmer's Nook, and my mom wouldn't ever need to worry about my... I know. It was too perfect. I knew it was too perfect. Dreams don't last. That's why they're dreams. I just want to celebrate victory with the captain once before this is all over. Maybe... Please. I can tell you about Cress when we're back in the ruin. Just...
Looks like Prince Vogger and his crew are due for a burial at sea.
You're awake! Good. It's been a while since I've worked any magic that didn't involve sleight of hand. Anise is still soundly asleep. Could you not get... So, she stepped right into the story that's inspired her since she was little. That explains the ritual with that book. How better to keep her under the spell than to put her in a prison? You're telling me this crest didn't take her place? They traded for it? And not just her, but everyone here. What does Cress have to gain from these bargains? The deal they made isn't so harmless as they might have believed. You've seen how frightened the villagers are. How many more need to vanish before Cress? Here we go. Pray that a rude awakening is the worst they have to suffer. It's ready. Wake Anise, and the curse will break.
Farewell, Captain.
No! He promised.
My gold!
My sweet Rose!
All right, so we're awake. Dreams shattered. A life of brooms and boredom ahead. Happy now? Cress is different. They looked like Bugtail when they approached me, but his clothes were covered in ink and he seemed unwell. They confessed that Cress didn't look suspicious to me, just sad, vulnerable. They said they screwed up again, that they couldn't be who they were. I think they were running away too, from a life they didn't want to go back to. You know how many times I tried to do that? But I could never just leave.
She would not.
Mother? I'm sorry.
If you wanted to be rid of me so bad, you could have sent a fake who did her chores.
It was nice, you know, but
Oh, thank you for finding my girl. I'd never imagined she'd have gone to such lengths to get away. I followed you. I was glad to see Annie's back in town, but I knew deep down that wasn't my girl, and watching her act the part made the worry in my guts. Back at the Happy Crow, I told Brayden he could put whatever she liked on my tab if it kept her occupied. If you wish to find them...
We will trust Mile to see these people safely back to town. You and I should find...
Where
Cress
are we? Some kind of tomb? Where's my treasure? Last I remember, I was in my Wait, so this is real? The dream is gone? My treasure's gone? Why would he think I'm dead? That's not what Cress promised. He said he'd just be me. He even agreed to do my chores. Was that all a bunch of hogwash? Heck of a way to go. Wait, is Cress dead then?
How could you do this? How could you wake me? Cress said I would live in that dream forever. It was a damned sight better than this. I had a castle, servants, suitors hanging off my every word. I had everything I ever wanted. You don't know what it's like for us, growing up. Hesef? Hesef seems happy with his plow and his pigs. He's a grown man, and more capable than I am at fending for himself. He doesn't need me anymore. Dead? Oh, Hesef, I never wanted that. I suppose I need to talk to him, like we used to. He deserves that much.
So delicious, so moist, and rich and warm. The sweet rose, the most delicious, moist, warm fragrance. Yes! What else would one dream about? Have you never known the ecstasy of sweet moon sugar cream melting upon your tongue? So he could, if he were satisfied with iced rolls grown stale from weeks on the road. But when one of them...
Try not to judge them too harshly for their grouchiness. We just ripped them from the most pleasant slumber they've ever experienced. We should be off at once to detain Cress. It could be that the two spells were mingling. That's not something seen often. Or perhaps it's simply that this Cress person was also inspired. Why indeed? It's easy to guess what motivated these people to pursue their wildest dreams, but the workings of this Cress's mind are inscrutable. What would you do if you were them? Would you leave? Indeed. We've all had to make choices about what we're willing to risk to attain our desires. Cress's bargain promises perfection without the sacrifice. Who wouldn't be tempted? Is a life without need or want truly fulfilling? They have a look about them, one I've seen before. It's the look of a skooma addict. Sick. With the help and support of those who love them, one can hope. Ultimately, it will be up to each of them to decide what's most important to them.
Fish aren't biting. Seems to be the story.
Hey, you! Have you seen Anise? Have you seen Anise? She ran off. I knew I shouldn't have. Mile asked me to keep the girl occupied, so I kept her mug full and listened to her go on about her pirate stories. I was getting famished, so I asked Hesef to watch her while I made a stew. They were playing cards when she just bolted out of her chair like a snake bit her and ran out the door. He chased her, but Hesef's not much of a runner. Hold on, real Anise? Who was it we've been watching this whole time?
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. You're the one I don't know. Why are you here? I didn't run away again, I promise. Excuse me? You don't even know me. I am Anise. I can prove it. I'm her twin sister. I can't be Anise anymore. I know. Maybe I could be someone else.
Enough of this charade, Cress. Off with your false face.
What are... Ah!
You're a Daedra?
Wait! Don't hurt me. I didn't do anything.
I just gave them what they wanted. I just want to live, like you. I'm so tired of watching. I don't want to go back. Don't make me go back to the unbound library of the one who knows. To record what was observed. That is our purpose. To watch your lives and ink the details down. Day in, day out. Always the same. They know it too. The people here. That's why I offered an escape. I kept getting it wrong. Being a person. Despite all I knew, I kept making mistakes. Bad. Yes, please. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I won't cause any more trouble. This is where the one who knows sent me. It is what I know. I thought I could live here and no one would treat me any differently. I could finally experience all the things I'd only observed. Friendship, love, family, mead. Mead was good. To know, as they must. Your tiny pupil suggests that is insufficient. The one who knows seeks all knowledge. We observe so that all be alone. I suppose I am. I had not considered that. I will no longer be a part of the one, but something separate. It's unsettling. The one who knows watches most. The one seeks not to change, but to observe. If the one sees me here, they will know what was once unknown. I would return to Apocrypha and resume the catalog of all things until I've exhausted my knowledge, and the one who knows casts me into the world to observe again. That would not be, in mortal terms, for a very long time. Well, I don't know what I'll do without a mortal form, but I'll think of something. I need a mortal pack to do anything more than create an illusion. I traded dreams because they are the neighbor of knowledge and within my reach. I don't have much else to offer a mortal in exchange. Correct. The terms are not important, only the bargain matters. If I find someone willing to form a less troublesome pact, then maybe I could stay.
So, this pitiable creature wants to escape its lot in life, too. Even Daedra dared to dream. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't feel some sympathy for its plight. So, when a hopeful becomes a player in the House of Reveries, they cast off their old identity and assume their new role completely. Such a serious commitment attracts only... Misguided as Cress was, I don't believe they acted in malice. There aren't many stories of compassionate Daedra, but it seems at least some of them might be true. The question is, does this little Daedra's story have to end in tragedy? It may fly in the face of common sense, but I think Cress might have the makings of a fine player. They're a bit unrefined, but taking on a new role seems to come naturally, and they'll never forget their lines. I could sponsor them to the house.
Please don't send me back. Please don't send me back. I promise not to be a bother to anyone ever again. Ever, ever.
Has speaking with Cress convinced you, one way or... I thought so, and my eye for talent is one of the best among the players. By the time Cress presents themselves before the Grand Maestro, I will have transformed them into a master thespian. I'll stake my reputation on it. All's well that ends well, as they say. This certainly wasn't the direction I expected this story to take, but a good mystery always keeps you guessing. You were a grand co-star. If we ever adapt Investigate a Veil for the stage, I'll be sure to call. All right, Cress. I have a deal for you.
You do? Does this mean I can stay?
No, not in Farmer's Nook, anyway.
Does it mean I don't have to go back to the library?
Yes, and you will get to live a great many incredible lives.
I can? What do you need me to do?
Watch and learn. You're going to be my apprentice. Now, let's get you a mask. Now, if you're going to be a proper hopeful, I'm going to need you to take a form similar to one of my players. Can you do that?
Oh, yes. With your help, that'll be easy. How is this?
You'll have no difficulty with brisk scene changes, certainly. Now, for a name that speaks to your soul, what about Dreamer?
Dreamer. I like that very much.